Hey, parents. Hope you're doing well today. Just wanted to come to you real quick with just a little chat about teenagers and music. And this was inspired today by just seeing some stuff on the news and on social media about a new, not new, but new-ish rapper called Little Nas X and his new song Montanero. And I don't know if you might not have even heard about this yet, but in the music video is pretty provocative, pretty sacrilegious. So is his lyrics. But I think what has sent people over the edge is the shoes that he's released, kind of alongside the music video. And I posted this in the Edge Student Ministry Facebook page. But the shoes are like, the whole thing is like it's better to reign in hell than to serve in heaven. And the shoes have human blood in it. And it's just super crazy. And everyone's getting the whole big old workup about it. And what I just wanted to talk to you all for just a moment about is the need to be mindful of what your students, what your kids are listening to. I know in today's day and age, music works differently than when it did in my generation and even in your generation. Even when I was growing up in middle school and high school, when I started getting into listening to music myself, I started to download songs. That was still a thing. You had to download the song to your MP3 player, to your iPod or whatever. And that was how you got the song. And at doing it that way, I mean, parents still had some kind of control to some degree over what music the kids were listening to, because oftentimes you had to buy the music, as you had to have money, had to go to mom and dad for money. You had to figure out how to do it. I mean, parents were a little bit more in the loop, 10, 20 years ago with what kids were listening to than they are now. Whereas, I mean, you have Spotify, you have Apple Music, whatever, and you just stream. And that's all you got to do. You pay the monthly subscription, and then you can listen to whatever song you want to at any point, and you only have to worry about ads. And I just wanted to warn you guys, hey, give you a heads up that you need to be checking out who your kids are listening to and what they're listening to. You might not recognize any of them. Hey, a simple way to check is go to the whatever song you're curious about, type in that, go to Google, type in the song name and then lyrics. And then the first thing you'll see is the lyrics to that song. And just take a quick skim through and just see what kind of content your kids are taking in. You might not even be aware. I mean, I challenge you tonight, go home and get your kid's phone, get their playlist, and just, whatever people you don't know and aren't familiar with, check out some of their top songs and just see what are they listening to. Because here's the thing, y'all. I'm a youth pastor, so let me give you a youth pastor analogy. I love steak. I love meat. I love pork. I love all of the meats. I love it. I got a smoker for Christmas. I love smoking. And here's the thing about like steak, pork butt, brisket, like any of those kinds of hearty meats. Depending on how you like it, you might want to marinate it. Like especially steak, you might want to marinate your steak and put it in a Ziploc bag, put all your stuff in there, and let it soak for like 24 hours. Soak up that marinade. In the same way, y'all, when we think about our teenagers, our kids, your kids, and the culture that they are in, the culture they are in is the marinade that they are soaking up. And church, let's be real, is like that much of it. It is that much of it. I know you love Jesus and I know you want it to be more than that, but reality check, it's this much of it. I mean, an hour on a Wednesday, 30 minutes of that is games and fun. The other 30 minutes is Bible and such. Sunday morning, I mean, if they come to that 30 minutes, and then the rest of the week, it's up to you and it's up to them as to what they allow into their lives in terms of what music they listen to, in terms of what shows they watch, in terms of how you talk to each other at home. There are just so many other factors that influence these students to who they become as they grow up and who they will become. And music is a part of that. I'm not saying music is the deciding factor, but it does have a part. You can't deny its role. The music we listen to has an influence on who we become. And so, parents, guardians, I just want to remind you to just give a heads up. I mean, take a look. Be don't be ignorant of what they're listening to. I mean, God has put you as your kid's mom or dad or guardian or whatever for a reason. He's put you there to invest in these kids, to help mold them into the men and women of God that He's called them to be, He's calling you to be. And so don't forsake that God-given role of being the steward of your child's life, and by just being ignorant because you don't know, and technology is crazy, you don't know how to use technology or anything like that. If you don't know how to work Spotify or iTunes and your kids won't show you, I will show you. Come to me and I will happily give you a tour on how to use those things. But all that to say, I think today was just kind of a wake up call that I've got to be mindful of what I put into my body, of what I listen to, what I allow myself to soak in. So do you, and so do your kids. And so, hey, let's just be aware, and let's not be ignorant, and let's have conversations with our kids, with those around us, of how music affects us. Of how these other things like music, the video games, movies, TV, all of these things create the marinade that we soak in. And so we just got to ask ourselves, what are we allowing ourselves to soak in? What am I taking in every week that is influencing what I believe and who I will become? And so I don't know. I just want to put that in front of you today. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. And I love you and I'm praying for you. And I hope you have a good day.